So this is Wmwesports Season 2, this is the first round of the Australian Grand Prix here at Albert Park in Melbourne. So we've already done one run on the medium tyres, but we ended up in P8 with a few minutes left, so we're going to do a quick run on the softs. And that's where we're at in qualifying, is P4. We're a second off pole, but there was definitely enough time there, so I'm not too dismayed by that. I'm also 9/10 in front of the car behind me, so hopefully in the race fight for a podium here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Go, really good start. Past the man going into the first corner. It's just quite a short run to the first corner. We're clean, we're tidy, and we're up to third. Now we're going to follow Mazda and Mini. Mazda goes up to the inside. Oh, he understeers wide. We have to take avoiding action and Matterman. He goes past us. Gain one, lose one in the space of about 2 yards. Better exit out of that corner. We go on the inside up into the chicane.
Does Chris left the party chat as well?
Matty doesn't fight that. I think he thought it was a bit pointless if he was going to fight that. It's yellow flag for us. You shouldn't bother us. We've run wide there. Oh, we're in the wall. Race over. Hi everyone, this is the second round of the Wmwesports Season 2 in Bahrain in the desert. So we'll jump straight to the race start. 3, 2, 1. Go, not too much wheel spin off the line. But there's contact already, Rob drops it. Oh, and again. So we're in the wall. That's our front wing ruined. Down in P17, luckily we've got a safety. So this is the replay. And I spoke to Rob after and he, without traction control, and he just simply dropped it, and we were unlucky that we were onto his left. So we get the initial contact off Robin, and I'm not sure what's happening. We get the other contact. So the first contact off Rob, although it caused us a break of the rear wing, it was the second contact that Rob had. As you can see, the safety car. I've not even got to the first corner, and the safety car's on its way down. So we've got a really, really good run on Rob here. Go up to the inside. Brake a little bit later. Take the inside. He's going to run wide. He may have more traction than us. We've got the inside line for the first of that chicane, and so we plant it in the middle of the corner, ready for that hairpin. As Keith looks for a move on Laverick, I think he's too far back. He's going to be compromised for this corner. He's going to have an awful drive coming off it, so we're able to drive just clean past him. We've definitely got a better drive coming out of here as Laverick runs wide. Slipstream on his inside. Hold the inside line. We're ahead of him now. Run down to the first corner. We're not quite close enough. It's pointless going to lose a front wing there, so we get back onto line. And now we have got DRS. And we get a better run out of that corner. And we're just going to stick it straight for the inside. We could be later on the brakes, got better grip. It's DRS in a slipstream. Brown Dog weaving slightly. Run out of ERS. Go on the inside. But I about broke myself. So although I'm ahead now, gonna have to defend from Brown Dog going into this corner. So I'll show him the inside. And he's pretty much passed us before he reached the corner. But I think Chris is going to come back on Scammer. He's going to try the inside. And he's so deep there, so deep. So we're going to have a run up on Chris. We've got DRS, he'll have DRS. But our tyres just have so much better traction, he shows us the outside line. Well, it's going to... We've just got so much more grip, we're just going to drive clean around the outside of him. So we're going to stick Rich Mix on here. Try and get the move done. And what I don't want is a slipstream DRS battle. I just want to get the move done and go. Scammer gets defensive quite early on the straight. We in his DRS zone. He's showing us the outside. We give him enough space on the inside. Or we just have better traction and are able to drive away. And that's it. As we come over to the to the last lap. We are P2. Great race, considering what happened at the start.
Oh yeah, China.
Vietnam, then China.
So that looks like P2 for you. Good job, guys. So, yeah.
I think I had about 6 pit stops last.
So that was a great race for us. Really good. We're going to be on the podium, P2. Hey guys, it's the third round of the Season 2 Wmwesports here at Hanoi Street Circuit, the Vietnamese Grand Prix. So as you can see, P4, 8/10 off pole. Should be a nice battle there for the last podium place come race day. So we'll jump straight into the race. Red lights, go. So that's not a bad start. We're going to try and get along with that. Mazda sweeps to the right. He's taking Matterman out. So we're up in P2 at this point, but we've tucked on the inside a little bit. So we're up to P3 already. I run wide there, get all over the curbs, it all gets a bit messy. I can see that he's going to try the inside. He gets a much better run off the corner. But what will happen now is we'll get the DRS. So we can come back at him by the end of the straight. So we tap the brake there. A little bit of weaving going on in front of us, but we've got the outside line. And Mazda just drives us clean into the wall, clean to the outside, gives us no room whatsoever to work with. As you can see, Rob's stricken car there. And you can see there, it looks as though Mazda's just come from the wall. There's a part of his rear front wing flying right at us. So Mazda's possibly got damage here. And I'd say that's just from how slow he's going through these fast S-bends. So we're going to catch up right up to the back of Mazda. And this is our opportunity. This could be second place for us.
Unboxing. Oh, I missed the pits. I have to do a whole...
Oh, and his car looks horrible to try and drive, so he just slipped straight up the inside. And for the second race in a row, we come in P2. Very, very happy with that, considering I despise this track. Really, really happy with that result. I was a bit anxious coming into it, thinking, oh god, will I be involved in an incident? It's easy to do here, but no, P2. Enjoy the champagne, lad. Hi guys, Wmwesports Chinese Grand Prix. As you can see from qualifying, we're in P5. We've started on the softs, so we're going to have to stop twice. 4, 5. And the lights go out, we get a good run. We're gaining on Chris, but we may get boxed up behind Mazda. We're going to run a long, long, wide line here. And see if we can go outside. But Matty understays into the straight of us. I'm not sure if he slid. We get a warning. I'm not sure if it's completely our fault. So we've held position going through that first corner, which can be hell. It's a horrible corner. So we're behind Chris, Mazda, Matterman and Mini Laverick. They'll last long, but the safety car's out. Niari's out. And that's ruined my strategy. Fuck. And that could be our strategy ruined here. All those cars we were trying to undercut. We'll have a free pit stop essentially now. And even the cars such as Marty that was behind us. Green flags, we start lap 7. We're going to go straight for the inside of Rodders on the first corner. Try our hardest not to end up understeering in front of him. Or crashing the back of Marty.
Rodders, what are you doing? Stop! Oh mate, is he serious?
So we may even have a run on Matty and Saloon, possibly going into the hairpin. We're not close enough, so we're just going to pull in. As Doige behind us has made a move on Rodders now as well.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy.
The Saloon road's wide, going for the S's Aram. Leaves the door open for Matty. We've got Saloon on the inside here. On your outside, Saloon. Now on the outside. And we're just going to drive clean round him. But he will have the inside line going into the corner before the back straight.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.6.
But he pulls in, and we're going to take a wide line just in case he wanted to go to the inside. Matty's got the outside line. For the last corner, he gets barged onto the grass. 2 cars in front run wide. We've got to run on Matty.
Has been enabled. DRS is now enabled.
As Matty's going to drive clean around the inside of Smithy. And we're going to try and do the same. And to be fair, Smithy races really hard, but really fair, but we've got the inside line. Got a snap of oversteer as we're going through it, but we get P7.
Oh no, it's heartbreak.
So we've got the run on Matty. One of the longest straights on the grid. We're going to go up the inside.
Second from last fucking corner as well.
Matty gives us loads and loads of respect. We give him as well, so he's got on the outside line. So he's got the inside, but he's going to tuck in. I think he's planning to get a run on us going into the first corner. He'll have the DRS here.
On your YouTube channel soon.
But we hold that line. So that's up to P6 on lap 11, and we've got Keith and Chris in front of us. And as we get to lap 12, you can see visually me and Matty are catching up to the cars, and Keith's run wide, and I got distracted and ran away myself. But we'll get that position. And during all this, I've picked up a silly penalty, so I've got a 3-second penalty.
If I go in the pits now, I'm going to serve a 5-second penalty.
We've got the tow, we've got the DRS, we've got DRS, we're going to try and go around the outside. Gives Chris the space to turn the corner. But we get a better run off it.
Yeah, I would.
And that's P4 now.
I need it, because this car's fucking...
Rob, I'm going to go down your... No, I'm not. As Rob gives us space, he's not going to fight us. We're in a different race. Although one thing, that was a bit silly of me. Only reason being is he'll have DRS on me now. Yeah, they're horrible. And again, Metcalf, very much like Rob previously. Old tyres, very horrible. We got rich fuel, DRS. On your inside, Metcalf. We're going to go on his inside. Brake hard for the hairpin. Going to run a bit wide.
Pitted off the mediums on 17 laps. 56.
He's much faster than us now though, with those tyres compared to ours. As he goes for a move up the inside, we're powerless. We've got absolutely no point in fighting him. We're running wide as well. But it was a good battle there with Mazda, a lot of respect shown between the pair of us. And here we go on lap 28, Mini Laverick's the winner. We're going to come home in P4.
Crashed my car. Let's go. Oh shit.
And there's the standings. We were 32 seconds off the leader in the end. This is the Wmwesports. This is round 4, the Dutch Grand Prix. As you can see in qualifying, although we're half a second off pole, we're in P2, so a front row start. So here we are, we line up in P2. 3, 2, 1. Red light staying on for an age, staying on. Drop the clutch and go. Mini gets a bit of wheel spin, but he gets a better start than we do. We've got Scammer on our outside as we take the inside line. Scammer does get a bit ahead of us, there's some chaos behind us. We get ahead of Scammer. And we keep our nose clean during the first corner. So we're going to try and keep up with Mini as much as we can. My plan is to get an undercut on him. As you can see, we're closing with Mazza and Rob now. I'm not sure what strategy they're on. As Mazza loser goes into the carousel, he nearly takes Rob with him. We go on the outside, we avoid all that. And we've got closer to Rob there. I think he was a bit cautious. We'll get a better run. We will get DRS somehow. We're going to go on the inside. It's a very late move. We'll lock the brakes. And that was completely our fault. So we got a DRS here on Laverick. We got a really good run. He hasn't got DRS. We're side by side. Our front wheel's in front of his. We've got the inside of the corner. He turns in on us. Luckily we don't lose a wing, but that's allowed Rob to catch up to the back of us as well. Same scenario as the last lap. So I've got the corner, he turns in on us again, he's going to take a trip through the gravel.
I went to go hard, I've gone soft, medium on that.
Why am I getting a... Fuck's sake.
So we've got to brake harder so not to plough into the back of Mini. And he's controlling the restart. Oh, we've been hit! Oh, there's all sorts going on behind us.
Where's Rob? Rob, go, Rob, go in front of me, Rob, go in front of me. Yeah.
So this is the replay, and it's a carbon copy of Mugello 2020. And luckily for us, we survived it. We come over the banking. And we win the Dutch Grand Prix. Get in, and fastest lap.
Get in, and fastest lap. Good work, cheers. If you start taking careful though, because if you start taking penalties
Well done, Yari.
Baiting over it. I'm sure they're working together.
Oh, we can dance what you want to, as my hair lad when I had our rings out in Holland. Absolutely fantastic. Lucky that Mini had the 5 second at the end, but we'd have tried the overtake otherwise on Mini. We were quicker, especially in the last lap, but there was no need. I'll take a ban for wiping Rob. And here we are, first place, fastest lap. 5, 4, 3 lights, 2 lights, 1 light. Go, quite a bit of wheel spin, the car doesn't want to move anywhere, but the start's not too bad. We're boxed in by Metcalf and Rob a little bit as we get past Rob. Chris also struggling, we might get a run on Chris. Don't fancy losing the front wing on the first lap, so we tuck in. There's a spinner ahead of us, we've got to slam on the brakes. Yeah, let Smithy and Rob past. So we've held position in P10. And we're going to go for that undercut like I said earlier, but we're going to go on the inside. We've got the racing line. Little bit of wheel rubbing, but nothing serious. Struggled to put the power down through that corner, the Spanish version of Curva Grande. Chris has a horrible line through that chicane. So we're going to get a run on him here. We're going to have the inside going into the corner. We take our line, nice clean. Chris gave us the space on the inside, quicker than ours. Oh, as we have a horrible line there and get really, really squirmy. We get out of shape there as well. I don't want to lose the front wing there, so give the space to Laverick. Oh, it's all happening. We had to stop quickly. We didn't have any wing damage. I'm not sure if Chris got away with that one. We're not quite close enough, or we're not brave enough on the brakes there. Although Keith did give us space on the inside as the yellow flag. Somewhere Rob spun. So that's now P9. As we finish in P7. And as you can see there, we were 4/10 of a second in the end behind
I don't know
behind
how
Chris.
you didn't get past.
So look at that, 1.8 seconds behind Mini on pole. So on the grid now. 4, 5, and out. Might get a very, very good start compared to us, but it's like going up to Zandvoort. It all looks really well behaved at the moment. We're a bit cautious, but that's fine. As we go up the hill now. So we've held position, not a bad start. We're in the lead, but we've got a pit. Those behind us on the hard, they'll go to the end. As I go through to back and into the first chicane of the swim pool section. And the back end steps out on us. Oh, we're in the barrier. We've broken our end plate of our front wing. We're going to have to box this lap. We've run out of grip. We need to change that front wing. So narrow. Nyari defending absolutely brilliantly in front of me. We're definitely the quicker car, but this is the name of the game in Monaco. As we go through the Lowe's hairpin again. Oh, he clips the wall there. So we may get a run on him. That might have lost him some momentum and some front force. We do. We're going to get a run through the tunnel. We'll stick ERS on. He gives us enough space at the side of the tunnel. And that move's done by the time we get to the hairpin. We're in a slipstream. We're much quicker in a straight line. We're going to brake last. We give him the space on the outside. We widen our steering angle, but we've done that as Rob spins in front of us as well. Luckily he's ghosting, because that took me by surprise. That's horrible. That's a... As we pass Labrick, DRS, straight up to Zandvoort on him. He had a horrible drive out of the Anthoninos the last corner. And then into Raskas. And into Anthoninos. We finished third. From P4 on the grid we finished third, and that's a good result. Especially considering how much we messed up on strategy. And so there's the standings. So Matty will keep second, we'll still be in third. Mini will extend his lead at the top of the championship. So hi guys, this is the season 2 of Wmwesports, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. So as you can see, we're the only ones that qualified, because we couldn't get out in time, and we qualified 12th. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Metcalf jumps to start. We're slow off the lights. Smithy gets past us. We get swamped. Take a very, very tight line to the first corner. There's a spin, and Niari spun around there. We're going to get round Rob. We're going to have to take another very, very tight line here. And I hope no one pins us in. We're hard on the brakes. I think Brown Dog went into the wall. Lose a position to RSW, and then that's the VSC out. As we push him up towards the castle, and there is a safety car now. There's Keith's out, and this may make everyone pit. And it does. And as we go into the restart, ready for lap 5, myself and Saloon, because we didn't pit, have found ourselves in the lead of the race. The Saloon's breaking comp by surprise there. Mini's going to get a run on us. I think we may get a run on Saloon as well. No DRS yet, of course. So we're going to get past Saloon. And I think Mini's going to get past the both of us. It's a straight drag race. He gets a double toe. Mini gets past us. Yeah, we got a bit of nudge and we rally across it up the hill. Matty, of course, our championship rival, so this has worked out brilliantly for us. It'll just be a sprint finish now on. Everyone's changed to medium, so it'll be a sprint finish now until the end. This Mini manages and doesn't boost until late. So we go wide there, as does Niari. So we've got Mataman to the side of us. We give him the space, he's going to go straight through. Are we close enough here to get past Matty? We might be. We're gaining, we're gaining. He's going to show us the outside line. We're absolutely neck and neck going down the straight. I've got the outside line. I brake a little bit later, give Matty space on the inside, and that corner's ours. Oh, as we nearly cut the corner with damage to our front wing. And you can just see here from the onboard. This is like Silverstone of last year when Hamilton got a puncture. Look, you can visibly see how close we're getting. Freddie's in the wall again, and that's his whole front wing off. We're going to try and get by. On the tightest of chicanes, his front wing flies in front of us. Got to be careful. Had a lot of faith in Freddie that he wouldn't have to steer into the side of us there. Hopefully be a barrier to Matty, but he's not going to be, because I think Matty's going to get past him. So this podium is really boiling down now to the last lap. This is second in the championship at stake as well. With our wing damage, we're struggling to get speed into corners. So Matty's definitely got the advantage behind us. So the gap is 0.7 of a second. That might be enough, you know. That might be enough. As we slow down. We're in the steer wide. Oh, it's a 3-second penalty. That's the podium gone. That's that podium gone. Silly error right in the last lap. The last proper corner of the last lap. And look, although Matty's catching us, I think we'd have been third on the road. We would have, so we've thrown away a podium there. P4 isn't bad for him, 13th on the grid. We've got driver of the day as well, which will give us an extra 2 points. So on the point system works, we have come out of this a point ahead of Matty, 1 point behind him in the championship. And so later on I did another run on the medium tyres. Because of the chance of rain halfway through the race, I thought it might be wise if we can run longer into the race. And then a bit of grass there, too much power, that's the wing gone. So we finished 11th, we only had that first lap, but lucky we did a banker lap. So we got a free choice of tyres for the race. We're just behind Matty as well, our rival in the championship. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got a good start compared to those on mediums. Rob bogs down terribly. So we're on the left of Rob. Not the best place to be on the inside of the first corner here at Canada. Rob's going to go around the outside of us. Scammer's in the grass. Will we get drive on Rob going over? No, we're going to come back underneath him. And we just get a much better drive. We're not going to take too much at Laverick. But we get Rob as Doigy's in the wall. But we've got better traction. We've got a run here. Fred's got DRS as well, but so have we. Rich fuel on. We've made the overtake before the corner. So the rain is 15 minutes away. So the strategy will be for the time being to keep on these tyres and hope that we'll be okay for the switch over to Inters as we get past Matty. Much better drive. Him on his used mediums. As we get down to the chicane and it's Metcalf next. As Matty does get a better drive, so he has a look at us going up towards the hairpin, but we cover that off. We'll park it right in the middle of the road. Take the apex. Can hear some wheel banging behind us. So he's taken to the outside, we're on the inside. We'll give him space. We both get through. Oh, we get a much better drive coming out the chicane and we're past. It's not wet enough yet for Inters. So we're going to shoot into the pit, so we're going to put a pair of intermediates on and hopefully get a jump on everyone else. And look at that, we've caught Matty nearly by 10 seconds in one lap. Because of the intermediate, so we're going to have a huge jump on everyone in front of us.
Fuel is looking really good. You're managing it well.
There's Matty and RSW pit in front of us, and I imagine Chris is pitted as well. So a brilliant strategy choice there. So we spent the whole race, we haven't been in the Wall of Champions once. We had the off in qualifying, but a good drive, some good overtakes. Very, very happy with that. And so that's how it finishes. P3. Everyone got a time penalty of some sorts. Hey guys, this is Wmwesports, this is Season 2, we're at the French Grand Prix. That's the championship table, you can see we're only a couple of points by Matty in second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lights out and we're away. Niari has a mighty start in front of us, already contact. I think that's Mazza in the wall. So that's P5 for us already. There's Mazza's at power inside as well. So you've got to take it quite slow there. So that's P6, we're up to P5 at one point, but Mazza got a better line than us. Mazza, who of course started near the front row. But I think Mazza must have wing damage here. So we may even get a run on him going into the first straight on the first lap. Which we do. So that's P5 on lap 1. From P7, that's not a bad start. We avoided any contact as well. Give Mazza a bit of room on the inside, but that's our corner. So we're going to chase after Niari.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
As Niari's really, really slow going through that first chicane. We're going to get a much better run on him. He gets his elbows out, but we stay firm. And we now own this corner. And so it's after Matty, who's ahead of us now. So we've got DRS here. Scarma hasn't. Matty's made the gap to him, so I wonder if we can get a move. We're in the slipstream, we're going to pull out.
Approaching the pit window, you'll be on the mediums.
And the move's done prior to us reaching the first chicane, so again we need to catch Matty as quick as we can now. So after the penalty, we'll come in P4, which isn't bad considering we started P7 on the grid and we got quite a bit of battling to do, especially with the safety cars. And it's just confirmation of the result, so we finished P4. And that was the gap between me and Lewis, between 3rd and 4th. And so it's time to start at P3. 4, 5. Lights out, away we go. Get bogged down a little bit, not a bad start. Lewis to the right has got a better start. He's got the inside line. We're going to have to give him space on the apex, which we do. Contact behind us. I'm not sure who that was, but we get through that first corner unscathed, and we've got enough of a gap as well to behind us, as you can see in my mirror. Matty and Lewis going up the hill battling. And Minnie and Matt Man as well fighting for the lead ahead of us. So a good start. We've held position for the time being. As he looks to make a move, we give him space. We get a better run on him out of the corner though. Past us, and at the moment Matty is quicker than us. And Matty's surely going to get a run on us now. We're going to take the inside line and show him the outside. He gets that, but what we will get here is we'll get DRS back as he gets a bit squirrely coming out of the hairpin. He struggles to put the traction down. We get the DRS, we put Rich Mix on. We're in his slipstream, we come out. We've got the inside line of this contact. Both of us still on the track, no damage done. And I think we're going to get the drive. And we do, we take that corner.
Good.
But DRS is powerful. I might just going to take a look on our inside. We're going to try and brake as late as we possible. We cut off the apex. And we get a better run out of the corner than Matty does. This is only letting Mini Laverick catch up to the pair of us.
We have 2 stops planned. Pit window will open in 3 laps time. Pit window opens in 3 laps.
And so we're going to give Mini room. He's going to try and do the both of us in one corner. He doesn't quite do it there, but both he and Matty will have DRS behind me. Not this corner. And possibly not this lap. Mini's going to have to wait another lap. So Mini Laverick is behind us. We're going to show him the inside. But Matty's also going to try and follow. Mini's got the apex, so we've got to run wide, which might give Matty a chance to sneak through. We're going to have the DRS on Mini from that. And so we're going to be 3 abreast going into the corner. We're going to brake. We're not going to do Mini there. We haven't got the grip. So Mini gets past, we get all out of shape.
Cutting the corners.
Matty gets the fastest lap as well. It's an extra 2 points for him. That affects the championship. To us. And so there's the results from the race. Hey guys, this is Wmwesports Season 2. This is the British Grand Prix. Stay, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lights out at Silverstone. We get a good start on the right hand side. We try and get around Chris as we head down towards Abbey. We're still on his outside. Lewis spins. We spin into Chris. We're right round. And our front wing's damaged. Keith gets a bit of grass there. We've got a run on him. This should be straightforward. Keith shows us the outside. And that move's done before we get to Stowe. Not quite. Lift off a little bit just because I wasn't sure. As we're trying to push him now through maggots and backwards. And all the while we're losing time to Metcalf. But we will get the DRS now as we go, very similar to what we did to Keith earlier. As we head on down towards Stowe Corner. I don't think we're quite going to be able to keep to the inside. We'll try and cut up. on the inside, but we won't. We might get a better run. The Metcalf going towards Cop's corner. And as you can see, the straight line disadvantage, so we pull out a little bit. Be a massive accident going through there. Because now we go through Maggots and Beckett's. We don't get that part of the corner right, but Metcalf's going to run wide as he goes through Chapel, so we're going to get the run. And we're going to go the inside this time, up to Stowe. We hit the apex.
The track is clear. Green flag.
Yellow flag, so I don't think it's going to affect us because of our battling, and I'm not going to get any closer to Brown Dog. But that's not too bad considering we were plumb last. P7 and some World Championship points. There's the standings. We finished P7, and there's the Championship standings as well. So we've lost ground, definitely within the Championship. But Hungary next week, and we'll see how we go. Hello, we're at the Hungaroring for the Hungarian Grand Prix in the second season of Wmwesports. So the top 9 separated by 1 second. 5 lights. And go. We get really bogged down the stack and a lot of wheel spin. Got to control, otherwise we're going to veer to the left. Nyari gets a super start, storming up our right. As we're able to take the race in line. Complete lack of grip compared to qualifying with the wet conditions. So we hold on to P4 from Nyari at this point. But we brake too late, we run wide there. Nyari's just going to slide up her inside. And we've got Mattoman putting pressure on us behind us. As we go up the hill for the first time. Nyari having a look at Matty there, that's brave. As I get a hint of oversteer there, we're going to run wide. Will I hit the wall? Will I hit the wall? No, I've kept it out of the barriers. Just about. But that will have lost me some time. As Nyari gets oversteer going into that corner exactly the same as we did. He doesn't run quite as wide, but he's lost momentum. We're going to shoot up the inside. We're going to have to brake. Hit the apex. Little bit of contact. And I think we might here. We pull out. We brake a little bit later. We hit the apex. Might get a hint of oversteer. There's a little bit of contact. Yeah. No damage done. No. Yeah. Give him the space on the apex. He's got plenty of space. We're just going to get a nicer run though down the hill. We're side by side at this point. He's going to try around the outside. But we hold it just about.
No need to worry about tyre condition for now. Everything's
Because Marty's going to try up the inside again. And again we're going to give him the room. And again we just get a better drive out the first corner as we go down the hill. We're going to hit into Rich Mix and use all the ERS, but I don't think it's going to be enough this time. Because Matty's already passed us by the time we've gone the corner. We're not going to be able to defend. And he'll have DRS going down the hill as well. And what a race that was. I'll lose out on the podium, but I thoroughly enjoyed it. We had a great battle throughout the race.
That was an awesome
As we come
race.
home in P4. There's the final standards. Due to the glitchy nature of the game, it's put Laverick in P3, but he finished in P5, I finished P4, Matty P3 in the end. Hey guys, this is Season 2 of Wmwesports. We're in the Ardennes Forest for the Belgian Grand Prix. And so that's how qualifying finishes, P4. And so as we line up, short run to La Source. We get a better start than Chris, who seems to have bogged down to our right. We slow, we take a wide line. Chris goes a bit further than I thought he would. We're going to lose positions here. We've got Brown Dog on our inside as we approach Eau Rouge. Who's going to be the braver one? And Brown Dog, amazing overtake up Eau Rouge. We're going to run wide. Fantastic and brave overtake there by Brown Dog going up Eau Rouge. And that's Chris on the grass. Chris has spun. So that's another position gained. We're in P3 now. Scammer's put on the mediums, and I think we've done it. We have. He will be on a quicker tyre though. As we go down towards Poo-on for the last time. We touch the curb a little bit, we're going to spin! And we're in the barrier just! Be lucky to hold on to P3 at this rate. As we go around the bus stop for the final time. And there's the final results. Matty got fastest lap, which will gain me an extra 2 points. And there's the championship, so we're close within a point of Matty. Hey guys, this is Wmwesports Season 2, we're at the Italian Grand Prix. And we qualify in second, and look at that, our championship rival Matty in P3. So 5 lights, 4 lights, 3 lights, 2, 1, go! Not a bad start, but Mini pulls away. As Matty's on our inside, we break a bit later, we've tagged Mini. Luckily no damage done, we'll get a warning for that I'm sure. Chris looking very pacey at this part of the race. As he's going to try going our inside into the chicane. We give him space. We might have a run back on him as we go to the first Lesmo, but there's not enough straight there. Oh, he brakes a lot quicker than I anticipated. We nearly knock our front wing again. So much more pace than Rod is coming through Curva Grande. We're going to try. We're going to get that move done. Move's done before the corner. And so hopefully now, with Matty chasing behind us, he'll catch Rodders through the Lesmos, which is a lot more difficult to overtake. So we need a big lap here to make sure we can gain time on those in front of us.
Green flag.
And it's a VSC, it looks like Rodders and Matty got together behind us.
Virtual safety car. Reduce speed.
So this will give the advantage to those that have pitted after me now. We're definitely quicker than Scammer sector, but I think that's because of our wings. But I'm hoping, definitely getting closer as we go through the second Lesmos, hoping to make a move.
What happened? Let me know.
And that's our race over. Haven't got the championship standings. They're still being looked at. The race result is due to the stewards' inquiry, so they'll be updated by next race when we go to Singapore. Hey guys, it's the second season of Wmwesports. We're at the Singapore Grand Prix, and so in qualifying we qualify 6th, but we're on the medium, so we've got a better strategy than those in the softs in front of us. So hoping for just a one-stop here. The forecast is a dry race. I'd say the forecast is dry. My engineer's about to say a perler now that'll spoil things.
Rain about 10 to 15 minutes from now. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
As we go to the start. So we had front wing damage there. A really bad start. We lost the position to a fast starting Yari as well. We're going to show him the inside. He's going to make a late lunge. We give him the space to meet the apex. We may have a run on him going to the next corner.
Around 10 to 15 minutes.
And again our engineer says rain's on the way. We might be close enough. Mataman's going to go defensive. We're going to go on the outside. He just gets in front of us. So can we make these tyres last long enough so they're ready for intermediates? I was on lap 13. Really struggling to slow that car down. Mataman's pulling away from us, we're pulling away slightly from Matty behind us. And look at that, we can't even brake for the hairpin, there's just no grip. As Matty does catch up with these, gets a bit squeamish coming out of that corner though as well.
Put the inters on.
And so yet again we're going to have to pit. We'll pit for hards until the end. And that's P6. That could have been much more, except for that awful strategy call and the contact at the start of the race. So that's more points dropped to Matty. Matty moved to 4th following the race due to a steward's inquiry. Hello everyone, this is the Japanese Grand Prix in the second season of Wmwesports, but that lap was enough for 6th place. And so now we're on the grid. 1 light, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We get an awful start, there's no grip on them tyres compared to everyone else, so Scammer's just going to stream down our left. We're going to tuck in and keep position for now. As his contact ahead of us, Scammer goes off. Chris has got a good run on us, I think. And the virtual safety car comes out. Tyres already starting to feel a little bit horrible. Oh, that's Matto Man, and Matto will spun, so that's a position gained. As Maz has gone wide into Spoon, we're going to have to try and avoid him. We're on the grass almost as we get past him. But he's now going to have our slipstream going through 130R. And he's going to dive up the inside. There's a little bit of contact, he doesn't leave us much room. We pick up that penalty, he drove us. We had nowhere else to turn, so we had to turn in. This isn't the best of replays, I don't think. You can see, oh, it's very close. Because Rob hits lap 11. And we do just about make it ahead of Rob. And we are catching Matty, but not as quick as I hoped we would. But because we took a defensive line, he probably will have a run on us. Going up to the first corner.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
And even with Richfield, he's just going to stream straight back past us. He had much better grip coming out of the Casio triangle. And so you can see Chris has just come along the start finish straight. This is going to be nip and tuck. And there he is. And he will sweep around the outside of us into the first corner. So the gap wasn't as big as I thought it would be. Chris's rear tyre is really struggling. And so we have got to run into Spoon. Chris goes defensive, he doesn't fight it. He's probably thinking of his own race and not wanting to lose time. But that's P4 for us. I know their results and they're the top 4 in the championship now, so unlikely to catch Matty at this point just due to his consistency, but the battle with Scammer is definitely on for P3 in the championship. Hello, it's Wmwesports Season 2. We're racing at the Circuit of the Americas in Texas for the US Grand Prix. So we've qualified P7 as you can see, but that'll be P6 on the grid due to Rob's penalty in qualifying. And as you can see, our battle for 3rd now in the championship between myself and Scammer is very, very close going into this round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's lights out, it's not a bad start. Chris ahead of it gets a horrendous start, so we're straight past Chris. We're on the inside of Mini Laverick. And look at that, Metcalf from absolutely nowhere is steamed up into P5. So we've held position here on the first lap. Laverick goes wide for the S's. Him and Scammer are side by side. We got to back out a little bit there, so P6 and no damage. As the weather gets a bit dull, we are. We're going to run wide though, so Metcalf will switch back underneath us. We've got the inside line.
Great, but it's not terrible. Stay focused.
We hung it around the outside and just had better traction coming out of that corner. And we will run the slipstream. Greg, corner's ours and off we go. He'll be struggling on him. He leaves the door open for us. We're going to try and dance around the outside of him going into the chicane. We give him enough space. That move's done. That'll give us a bit of respite from Rob as well. He's going to run wide there as well. That's the fastest lap for us. And we've got the line going into the hairpin at our corner. Running a little bit wide, but we should have the momentum. And so that's P4. And so with DRS he should be able to get past us on the straight. I'm going to brake early. We'll go for the switch back down the hill. We're going to go side by side for the S's. A bit of poo's coming out. Still side by side. No! It's a wonder none of us have lost the front wing. I'm going to run wide there. Rob's going to try around the outside there. I'm not going to give him the room. I gave him a room on the apex if he wanted it. He didn't. We're going to try a switch back again, but I've just got not enough grip in those rear tyres. Be very difficult to get the fastest lap. So we've got 2 green sectors on our last lap, and we don't get to miss that by a couple of tenths. And so there it is. Mini does not win the championship this round, but only needs a few points next week. We lose ground to Scama, but it's on to Mexico next. Hi guys, this is Wmwesports Season 2. This is the Mexican Grand Prix. But that wasn't, and that kept us P7 on the grid, a second and a half off pole. So hopefully we'll have a much better race and aim for a top 5 finish. And so we're on the starting grid now is 2, 3, 4 lights, 5 lights. How we go, that was a very quick light. Looks as though we've got a better start than Rob on the right of us. But Metcalf is flying on the inside of Rob as well. We're going to get past Rob. Chris moves over slightly, we've got to take a bit of avoiding action. We'll move on to his outside. We've got the inside for this corner, but it's too tight. We're going to have to back out. There's a bit of contact there. Chris stops dead in front of us. We're going to have to brake. I think we got away with that one as the safety car now comes out into the Solana complex. We're on his inside, but he's able to take more speed going into there. We may get another run on him though, because he's taken not the best of lines. He gets a bit squirmy coming out of there as well. I think his tyres must be cold. So he shows us the outside. It's quite tight going through here. He pushes us to the side a little. We're not going to make it here. And as we come out the pit, we're going to come out behind Brown Dog. We made enough of a gap. If you remember, I said we might have to watch the gap to Roberts on the mediums behind us. We've made enough of a gap. We're going to be behind Brown Dog and Metcalf, who are battling. We're just so much quicker on these fresh softs than Brown Dog on his old hards, though, and we're going to streak straight past him coming out of the Solana complex. Although Metcalf is showing good pace, we're going to have to back off a bit there, though. We've got the DRS, he doesn't fight too much as we come into the stadium. So this will be interesting to see. Laverick's pitted. We should come out in front of Laverick. Matty has pitted for the mediums. There he is. We've made it. That undercut's worked. We're just behind Mattoman now. So that's worked. So Mattoman's in traffic. He's behind Rob and Mick there. And there's been a collision there. Rob's off the road. And so we're going to try and get a double toe. Going to try and get a toe off both of them. We're going to get past Mick. We're going to go through the middle a little bit. Mick's on our inside. We give him enough room. And so we weren't able to undercut Scammer, but he's on medium, so he will be on a slower tyre. You can see Matman's all over Scammer. We want a piece of this action as well. So we need to make our move quite soon, because during this time I've picked up a 3-second penalty as well. Matty hasn't. Matty's quite unlikely to ever pick up penalties. He's normally very consistent when it comes to track limits, so we need to build that gap. We're not going to be close enough to Scammer at this point. He's got DRS as well, which he's going to use on Matterman as they go through the corner very, very closely. He's got past Matterman. This is ruining Matterman's race, who gets a bit squirmy coming out of there. We might have a run on Matterman now. We're not quite close enough to do a dive up that inside, because the corner is so tight, it'll just end in tears. It's going to be very, very close towards the end of this race, as Matterman's going to get past Scammer again. And so we need to do the same. And we might very well do here. We get a good run, but touch the curb, so we lost a bit of traction. We're going to go on Skarma's inside. We're going to hold that inside line. And we're going to cut the inside line off there so we don't get the switch back. So we're going to have to defend here from Skarma, whose mediums are probably in a lot better state than my softs are at this time. So that's P3 to P4. We're running very, very low on ERS, and Matty's probably going to have us here as he gets into the slipstream. He's going to go on our outside. We haven't got the braking power. Paul fancies to go as well. We're going to cut him off. We've run out of ERS. There's not a lot we can do. We're quite defenceless here. We park it in the middle. Skarma's ahead of us before we can get to the corner. As we come up to lap Brown Dog. As Matty did get P2 due to them penalties. We're going to finish P5. We've probably lost third in the championship now. Hey guys, this is Wmwesports Season 2, the last Grand Prix of what's been a very long season. The Yas Marina Circuit, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Straight to the start of the race. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lights out and away we go. We have a horrible start. Really struggling with the clutch control using the wheel. We get swamped early. So in P8, as good guy with awful lagging in front of us, really putting me off. Really hard to see what on earth's going on. As Mick takes a strange line there as well. He broke a lot earlier than I thought he would. So a very, very poor start from us. Looks like Mick's lagging out as well. Need to get past these very, very quickly. So that's Mick. And so we're going to chase down good guy now. No DRS yet, of course. We're only on lap 2. And he's making a charge now on those much fresher mediums. They'll be quicker now, those mediums, than our softs. And we're not going to put up too much of a defence. Our race isn't with Mini. It's probably not with the top 5 either. It's probably with the likes of Laverick and Brown Dog behind us. Oh, Niari's rear tyres just don't want a bike coming out of that traction zone. As we get onto the second chicane, even with DRS, he is very, very quick in a straight line, that car. But we're a bit later on the brakes. We give him the inside. We get the inside, but our line's slightly compromised. And so with his straight line speed, he's going to get past us again, and there's nothing we can do about it. So we're going to be side by side going into the chicane. Nyari runs wide there. We're going to take our chance. And we get the inside going into here. But he's going to try the grip for it. But look at the amount of time we've lost to Rob in front of us now. But our medium should. And so Mataman does pit. No, Mataman crashes into the pit wall by the looks of that. Skarma gets a better run on us. We were looking at Mataman's accident. He's going to have a look. I don't think he's going to make it. He spins behind us. Mazza has got the RS and he's got very, very good straight line speed. To the car, he's going to get the run. Look at the gap to Rob.
Okay, we lost the position.
That's our podium gone. P3 to P5 in a lap as we finish the last race of this season. And you can see the contact here, just about on the replay. Just completely barges us. It's like it didn't spin down completely. Reported to the stewards, we may get P4. We definitely won't get P3 though because of the gap to Rob. But a very, very good race, a very good season. Thank you guys for watching. On to the next game.